Gujarat, Maharashtra and Karnataka. So the Karnataka government is in debt.
No,
Within
sir.
1 year and a half year, Congress can't improve the things.
No,
Can I come in?
Mr. Tripathi, Sanju will respond to you. It's a straight 1 versus 1, as I said. The only thing I would say to you, politely, is that you may not be able to improve everything in 1 year, but you also should not worsen it. Between the five, sir, allow me to complete. Between the 5 Congress guarantees of Griha Lakshmi, Shakti scheme, Annabhagya scheme, Gruha Jyoti scheme, and Yuva Nidhi schemes, these 5 guarantees alone, the bill is 52,000 crores. Now you can't go to a 5-star hotel, order yourself a 7-course meal, and say, I don't have the money to pay for a cup of tea. You can do that and land in trouble yourself. But what you're doing here, you're making the people of Karnataka fall into debt. And Sanju is responding to you, and then I'll come back to you. Sanju.
Thank you. Yeah, we are having a sensible debate. And, I will respond to Mr. Tripathi with hard facts. I always say the devil is in the detail. Now, Karnataka has an overall GDP size of somewhere around 27-28 lakh crore. And it is said that because of the various freebies and Khata-Khat schemes, the debt will go up to 8.5 lakh crore in the next 18 months, which means Karnataka's debt to GDP will be 30%. Now look at Maharashtra. Maharashtra has an overall GDP of about 45 lakh crore. Now on 45 lakh crore, if you have a debt of say 7 or 8 lakh crore, it still works out to a debt to GDP of less than 18%. So the first point I'm making is that jitni aapki chadar hai, utna apna pav phailao. Please don't say, oh, Maharashtra is giving Ladki Bahin Yojana, so why can't Karnataka give XYZ? I always say that it's good to be ambitious, but try and marry ambition with seamless execution. And that is where the Congress fails. So the second point is, when the Congress made those false promises of, 10 kg free rice, free bus rides, free 200 units of electricity, 3,000 cash stipend to women, 1,500 cash stipend to unemployed youth, they knew the writing on the wall that it will make Karnataka's balance sheet much weaker than it has always been for the longest time. Yet they went ahead and made those promises. What happened, Arnab? In less than a year, they said, we can't give 10 kg ration free. Who is to blame? It is the Food Corporation of India, which works under the Modi government. Arey bhai sahab, Food Corporation of India, set up in 1965, maintains buffer stock of food grades to ensure the country's food security. Please don't drag the FCI into the Congress's appeasement vote-oriented politics. And what has happened? Today, instead of giving free X and free Y, milk prices up by 2 rupees per litre in Karnataka, petrol diesel prices up by 3 rupees a litre in Karnataka, stamp duty prices up anywhere
but in a competitive model
in Karnataka, electricity prices up 37%.
But I wish to ask the BJP spokesperson a counter question. My counter question to you, Sanju, would be before I go back to Ratnakar Tripathi is this, and just give me a very short reply to this one so that we can balance out the debate. My question to you is, would you have the political guts to undo the freebies? For example, if the old pension scheme of the Congress government in Himachal Pradesh cost 1,000 crores, right? Would you say that you would take it back because you can't afford it? Or, for that matter, would you say that the Griha Lakshmi scheme, Shakti scheme and Annabhagya scheme, you would roll it back if you were to come to power? You can criticize them, but would you have the political courage to promise to undo the schemes?
Okay, I think that's
if you were in power.
And I think that's a great question. And Arnab, just bear with me for 45 seconds. Let me just finish by saying, when you offer Ladki Bahin Yojana to the women in Maharashtra, it is giving them 1,500 rupees a month. We have given it to 1 crore people, which means 1,500 crore monthly outgo. Whereas the entire budget of Maharashtra is more than 7 to 8 lakh crores. The economy of Maharashtra is more than 45 lakh crore. The annual revenues are more than 6 lakh crore. So please don't compare Karnataka with Maharashtra, or don't compare Himachal Pradesh with Maharashtra. I'm coming to your question, 20 seconds. The reason why the Modi government came up with UPS is because it said that OPS is not workable. In the UPS, while there is a guaranteed pension to pensioners, there is the contribution by the state also to the tune of 14%, but it is not a freebie because the employee has to make a contribution, the employer has to make a contribution, and the concerned central or state government also has to make a contribution. That is why the Modi government replaced OPS with UPS, which combines the best
now,
of
ladies
both
and gentlemen,
UPS
let me play the soundbite of Rahul Gandhi where he spoke about Khatakhat before we move on. Let's hear this, please.
एक महिला का नाम चुना जाएगा और उस महिला के बैंक अकाउंट में साल के 1 लाख रुपए डाल दिए जाएंगे। महीने के 8,500 रुपए हर महीना 1 तारीख को खटाखट 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 खटाखट। परिवार में से एक महिला का नाम चुना जाएगा और उस महिला के बैंक अकाउंट में साल के 1 लाख रुपए डाल दिए जाएंगे। महीने के 8,500 रुपए हर महीना 1 तारीख को खटाखट 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 खटाखट।
Ratnakar Tripathi.
Yeah.
Now I see that, Sanju. Ratnakar Tripathi. Now people are
Have a
saying.
good laugh,
People
Dr.
are.
Goswami,
People are
but
saying.
please,
People are saying this.
please.
See that now. I'll tell you what. अभी
Then you
1
say
लाख
there is no
रुपए
time.
नहीं मैं आपको बोल रहा हूं अभी 1 लाख रुपए नहीं अब डीके शिव कुमार बोल रहे हैं कि ये जो हमने बस राइड फ्री देने की बात कही थी खटाखट 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 इसको वापस लीजिए। सुक्खू सरकार बोल रही है पैसे नहीं है खटाखट 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 सैलरीज मत दीजिए। सो यू नो व्हाई प्रॉमिस।
भाई सुन तो लीजिए, आप फिर बोलेंगे समय नहीं है। ये फेयर होगा क्या अमित शाह जी की रानीवाला राजस्थान की भी एक क्लिप चला दें जिसमें उन्होंने बोला कि सरकार आएगी तो हर परिवार को, हर महिला के परिवार को सिलेंडर जो मिलेगा वो 450 रुपए मिलेगा। खटाखट 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 बस उन्होंने खटाखट बोला।
we have been able to fulfill.
अच्छा, let him complete. I'll come to you. Sanju, I'll come to you. We're having a sensible debate. It will be better if you respond at the end of his remarks. Please, you respond at the end of his remarks. I'll come to you. Thank you. Let him. You come at the end of his remarks. Now you have to listen, Sanju. I want you to hear his remarks and then respond. Please continue, Mr.
The only thing the Karnataka government is to blame to that they didn't see that the BJP government, last BJP government, has bankrupted the state. That is what they have to blame to. Now let me quote the one line from the same report of Bank of Baroda Research Committee.
Himachal Pradesh has
And
gone
the center.
bankrupt. Himachal Pradesh
या उनको बोलने दीजिए मैं
salaries to government
Sanju, let him complete. I assure you I will come to you. I assure you I will come to you,
He was
Sanju.
talking about GDP, sir. At the central
I will
level,
come to you, Sanju.
the subsidies,
Ratnakar.
let me quote again. At the central level, the subsidies as a percentage of GDP are very higher in 2022-23 than pre-pandemic days.
I ask you this.
That is what they are
Tripathi,
giving.
I asked Sanju a counter, I'll ask you a counter. Mr. Tripathi, Sanju, 1 minute. Sanju, 1 minute, let me counter him and then I'll come to you. I have 2 counters for you. I have 2 counters for you, Mr. Tripathi. My first counter is, listen to me, sir, and just listen. Mr. Tripathi, in June this year, soon after the Lok Sabha elections, Siddaramaiah sat in a review meeting with his officials and he says, increase the price of diesel, increase the price of petrol, Khatakhat, Khatakhat, Khatakhat. Then, DK Shivakumar sat with some officials in August and he says, increase the tariff on water, pani, Khatakhat, Khatakhat, Khatakhat. Then am I right or wrong? Am I right or wrong? Am I right or am I wrong? Tell me, Mr. Tripathi. Tell me. I can either be right or wrong. I've never been on the fence.
You don't want to hear things from me.
Please, I'm here only to hear from you. Yes, sir, I'll listen to you.
I'm talking about how the subsidies are being given the public is getting poor because the same report says that, however, the composition of central government subsidies has changed with food and fertilizers,
Do not digress from the
not on
topic.
petroleum products.
In Karnataka,
Now what is-
Congress
Getting
promised
poorer.
free electricity,
And the
free
data
bus
are not
rides,
fed
I have a
favorably.
question.
Adam Godwi ने कहा था, let me finish
Okay.
myself, चले जाइएगा.
In Himachal Pradesh, Congress
तुम्हारी फाइल में गांव का मौसम गुलाबी है.
Ratnakar.
आपके झूठे हैं ये दावा किताबी.
9,000 crores.
And the states which are giving more subsidies, the highest subsidies, have the backing of the central
Okay,
government.
I have a last question to Sanju, and Sanju must listen to my question before she answers. Let me put a situation today, Sanju Verma, of say January 2025. If you win the elections in Maharashtra, you will form the government and there will be a chief minister, either Eknath Shinde or Devendra Fadnavis or whoever, but one of them. And suppose one day two people sit before the prime minister. One is your BJP chief minister in Maharashtra. One is your Congress chief minister in Karnataka. Both need money. Both have made commitments on these schemes. And you have 10,000 crore rupees to give. Will you give 10,000 crore rupees to the BJP and zero to Congress ruled state Karnataka? Or 10,000 crore rupees to Karnataka and zero to Maharashtra? Or will you divide it equally? You will say, Siddaramaiah, you take 5,000 because you made promises. And Mr. Shinde or Mr. Fadnavis, you take 5,000 because you made promises. What will you do?
You've asked a great question. Let me be very clear. And this is something which only an economist like me can answer. Let me don the hat of an economist. The RBI has a formula under WMA facility, ways and means advances. State governments are given grants and loans at highly concessional rates by the WMA facility of RBI based on how well states implement welfare schemes of the Modi government and state government schemes. So if the Karnataka
You will use that formula. Okay.
track record,
Okay.
they will get
You said
more
you'll use
money
that formula. Okay. Sanju Verma and Ratnakar.